All right, Miles, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers here for a little bit. This is a team, of course, we all know they are going to go as Jordan Love goes, and they have to make sure, and they have done a pretty good job up to this point, building a solid structure around Jordan Love. And I think we're taking a look at the way the team is now, and with some new reports, some new stories coming out about a really smart and, dare I say, brilliant strategy that Packers have done surrounding Jordan Love with the kind of players he's looking for.
Yeah, Nick, I think the Packers have done a great job this season giving Jordan Love some good weapons. Speaking of weapons, though, I want to ask the Packers fans today in the comments below, who's your favorite wide receiver in Packers history? There's actually been a lot of really great ones, despite people saying that, Aaron Rodgers wasn't surrounded with enough talent at times. That I looked through, and there are actually a ton of great wide receivers to choose from on this team. Really, too many too. So let us know in the comments below, who is your favorite Packers wide receiver in NFL history in the comments below. But Nick, nonetheless, let's get into it. Who are Jordan Love's new weapons?
So this is one of those times where you look at what a team is doing, and we didn't see it at the time. And now that we have a chance to look back at what they've done this offseason, in fact, if you go back to the last offseason, you're starting to see what the Green Bay Packers are doing in terms of structuring the football team around Jordan Love. And I think it's really smart. But first, Miles, let's get into the story here from the Yard Barker, and then we'll go into the specifics. If you want to pull it up, I'll read from it. From the story, the Packers put major draft stock and offensive upside in 2023 with 3 picks in the top 80 that went toward offensive skill players. Tight end Luke Musgrave, round 2, pick 42. Wide receiver Jaden Reed, round 2, pick 50. And tight end Tucker Kraft, round 3, pick 78. All three have big potential for Green Bay, though Musgrave and Reed, their 2 second-round picks, have stuck out so far early on in their rookie offseasons. Their speed, according to lineman Elton Jenkins, has been noticeable. Man, I was looking at Luke Musgrave and Jaden Reed a lot. Our weapons, man, they got some serious speed. Jaden and Luke, Jenkins said. Jenkins recently told Good Morning Football, per NFL.com. Just being able to see them out there running and getting vertical up the field, running routes and stuff like that, it really put a smile on my face. I'm ready to see what's in store for those guys. I feel like the future's bright for those guys. Luke Musgrave and Jane Reed. I've got a lot of high expectations for those guys in year one, for sure. All right, Miles, looking at the Green Bay Packers skill position group, focusing on wide receivers and tight ends, when you throw Jane Reed, when you have Musgrave in there, add Christian Watson into the fold, you have elite level speed. And when you look at what smart teams have done with young quarterbacks, they surround them with speed. And I'm kind of mad at myself for not noticing this earlier. Greatest example, Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Who did they surround him with at the beginning of his career? Tyreek Hill. Speed guy. How about the Miami Dolphins with Tua? They bring in Tyreek Hill, also pair him with Jalen Waddle. A lot of speed guys. How about Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals? Everybody wanted the Bengals to not go wide receiver the year after picking up Joe Burrow. What do? They get Jamar Chase, the speed wide receiver, the yards after catch guy. This is just what smart teams do. You even look at last offseason with the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the smarter run franchises in the NFL. They have Jalen Hurts. They have a really good team. What do? They go back and get A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans, a 4-4 guy. I know he's big, but he's also very fast. Again, a big play speed threat to pair with Jalen Hurts to bring that offense to the next level, to give that support to the young quarterback. That is what smart teams do. That is what the Green Bay Packers are doing here with Jordan Love. I think people aren't noticing it, and I think it's going to pay huge dividends. And there's a lot of reasons why it works. It makes sense. You got a fast guy, you get more yards after separation, you get a clearer picture for the quarterback. Young quarterback, clearer picture definitely helps. That's certainly one facet of it. There's also the element of throwing a short pass and watching the guy with his speed run 70 yards. That's definitely a bonus as well. We saw that a lot with Christian Watson at times last season. I think having speed seems to be the way to go to surround talented young quarterbacks and put them in positions to be successful. That's what a lot of smart teams have done. That's what the Green Bay Packers are doing, and they deserve a lot of credit for it, Miles. I'm curious what your thoughts are on the situation, but before I throw it over to you, I want to remind everyone to stay tuned to the end of the video to hear a word from our partner of today's video, and that, of course, is Neuro. Neuro has a lot of great products to give you a fast and easy boost of energy. I love to take their minutes right before the show, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to learn more about Neuro, and most importantly here, to get access to our special discount code. All right, Miles, I'll throw it over to you now. What are your thoughts on the Packers and everything they're doing on offense right now?
Yeah, Nick, I think the Packers are doing some really interesting stuff. I want to focus on one thing in particular. We actually talked about Jaden Reed and a few of our other videos about the Green Bay Packers, so look for those. I think there's a lot of great information in there, and I think he's a very crucial piece of this puzzle. But I really want to focus on Musgrave for a minute. I like the option here because, as you said, as goes the speed and the wide receiver position and talent at wide receiver position, goes the skill of the quarterback as well. But that also is included for tight ends. You look at the likes of Travis Kelce. You look at the likes of George Kittle, Mark Andrews. Really great tight ends can also bring out the best in a young quarterback as well, that safety blanket. But When they're physically incredibly gifted and quick, that helps as well. I don't think any of those guys I mentioned are quite as athletically gifted as Musgrave because he is 6'5", 253 pounds, and ran a 4.640, Nick. This guy is blazing quick for being an absolute monster as far as size goes. I think this guy is going to be huge for Jordan Love going forward, and this is a guy who can prove it on the field. Although he was hurt in 2022 coming back from injury, he did very well in 2021. He was averaging 13.8 yards per catch, I believe, or per game. I can't remember. And he looked very dynamic as a pass catcher at Oregon State. He was really, really impressive. But that size and speed combination is really what stood out to me. This looks like a guy who could be a dangerous weapon for Love and be that safety blanket that he needed with those combination of skills.
All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.